What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Today in this video, I'm going to break down the loss that I took, what led to it, things I should have done differently, why I got into the trade even though it didn't meet all of my criterias, and yeah. So market open, we had open range high at 16,947. We had open range low sitting at 16,863. The moment the market opened, a few minutes later, we actually had a strong sell off, broke below the EMA, the moving average. Now, this is where I saw more validation to go in, even though it didn't meet all my criterias. Right here, we had a lower high. Even right here, we had a lower high, and we had our first crack. So, looking at it, I was and also right here on top of that, we got rejected at the moving average right here. When we got this crack the second time, I went short. Now I was up like $155 at the absolute most, but because of the past 2 weeks, my winners not being that big and me missing out on a lot of money, and I'm trying to get better about letting my runners run. I decided not to take profits, just really hoping out. Not really hoping. I knew where my next support was going to be if we did break below this open range support. I just looking at how much money I missed out on the last 2 weeks. I really have. I don't know if FOMO is starting to catch up to me. I don't know if I'm starting to feel like I'm missing out on a lot of money. The strategy's been working really well for me. As long as it meets my criteria, the strategy works amazing for me. It really does. Um, it's just letting my runners run has been a really hard thing for me, personally. I don't know about you guys. If you guys have had any struggles with that, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But yeah, I got out once we had a break above the EMA, so I took like a $539 loss. I was pretty upset. I won't lie. I was really discouraged. Definitely feeling discouraged today. Not gonna lie, I've lost a little over $1,100 just like from this past Friday, and then today couldn't trade yesterday because the market was closed. But yeah, just feeling really fucking discouraged. Not gonna lie. But yeah, just oh, and that's one thing I wanted to show you guys too was the 5 minute. If I would have just looked at the 5 minute, as you guys can see right here, even though we did break it not once but twice, look at all the buyers that stepped in right here. Pushed all the way down to what, 857. Buyers stepped in, pushed it all the way back up, closed. Same right here. Even though we hit a new low at 854, buyers stepped in, pushed it all the way up, and then we had a strong rally. Um, Definitely frustrated, guys. Definitely yeah, just I can't lie, guys. Just definitely feeling discouraged today. But even though I don't really want to make this video, I really want this video to be for like the people who are getting into trading, so that way they can understand that this is a this is a marathon, guys. You're not gonna I'm still gonna make mistakes in a year or two. I'm still gonna lose money in a year or two, even 10 years down the road. Um, I know guys that have been trading for over 10, 15 years and they still lose money from time to time. And sometimes they take big losses. Um, if there's anything and by the way, I only traded with one contract, but looking back at it, if there's anything that I could have done differently, in my opinion, I should have waited for an open below the open range support. I should have waited for it. I should have acknowledged the fact that there wasn't a lot of real red bullish candles. I mean, even if you look right here, we got rejected the moment we hit a new low, and it just seemed like even right here we barely touched this open range support and we got rejected. I should have acknowledged that buyers were stepping in and that this was yeah, just it wasn't a good place to go short. I should have waited for all my criteria to be met. Not just a crack. Don't just wait for it to break above or break below the open range support. Wait for it to open, wait for it to make a new low, and then wait for it to retest to validate it as a new resistance. Um, because here's the thing, guys. At the end of the day, we never got that. We never got it open below. We never got a new low and a retest to validate it as a new support. We never did. If I would have waited for all of those criteria to be met, I would have never taken this trade in the first place, and I would have never taken this $539 loss. Now I'm only up $295.86. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm mainly feeling discouraged, not about trading, but about this Topstep funded account. Um, but at the end of the day, I know what my goal is. I know that my goal is to get it by the end of January, which I have about 10, 15 days left. So I'm definitely going to work more towards that. I definitely made sure to write in my journal, made sure to write down the mistakes I made, anything I could have done differently, like I've just talked about with you guys. And just, I think I think I lacked a lot of patience today. I think if I would have just stayed calm, cool, collective, and I just would have made sure that all my criterias were met, I would have had a green day. I mean, even right here, guys, this was like a perfect setup. Watch. We bounced off this EMA, had a nice little rally to the open range resistance. We consolidated like we have in the past before we break it. And then once we got a break and an open, it went on a really nice rally, as you guys can see. So the only reason why I didn't get into this trade was because I told you guys one of my biggest goals for 2024 is never really get anything, never hit my daily loss limit, which is $1,000. Excuse me. Once I'm down $500, $600, be done for the day. Just swallow it. Take it with a grain of salt. Just walk away. Go to the gym. Go do something. Because the way I really did see it too was, hey Joe, let's say we do hit our daily loss limit of $1,000. Now I'm in the negatives. Now on top of that, I have to make that negatives up just to get back to $50,000 flat. So, I would have really have screwed myself. Whereas at least with this loss, I'm still up $295.86. And one thing I do want to acknowledge, guys, is that my risk to reward is not the best. I want to make that very clear. I'm not perfect with it in any way by means necessary. I still have a lot to work on. And that's one thing I'm definitely going to be working on this year. Is my goal for 2024 is just to make sure my risk to reward is a lot better than it was last year, to get my funded account and pay myself a lot more than what I paid myself last year. Last year, I only paid myself like $1,400 when I had that funded account last time for like 5 months. For those who don't know, I just really didn't take it serious. After a while, I got bored and I just got complacent. I sort of got, I think I got into like this state of mind where I almost felt like, oh, hey, I hit this big milestone of getting a $50,000 funded account, and I got to pay myself like 3 or 4 different times. But I think because of that, I didn't have like a next goal. I just had get the 50K account and that's it, and just pay myself. And now that I reevaluated my goals, I went back to the drawing board, wrote down a bunch of new rules, wrote down a bunch of goals. Like you guys have, like I've said plenty of times in the past videos, I want to get this funded account back. Once I get that funded account, once I meet the criteria to pay myself, which is just 5 green days, not consecutive, but just 5 green days total with at least $200 more profit, pay myself, and then take a big portion of that, put it into my personal brokerage account, Webull, which you guys have seen me use in the past, and then use that to trade TQs and SQs, which are just triple leverage ETFs that go off of NASDAQ 100. SQQQ is the inverse ETF, so it does the complete opposite as NASDAQ and TQQ. So just to give you an example real quick, once NASDAQ is up 1%, TQQQ is up 3%, SQQQ is down 3%. And when NASDAQ is down 1%, TQQQ is down 3%, SQQQ is up 3%. Just to give you guys a little bit of a picture about that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys definitely learn from some of my mistakes today. Um, I can't wait to get back tomorrow, honestly. And I think that's another thing I love about trading, guys, is I can take a big loss like I did today. And, as long as I journal my trades and I acknowledge what I did wrong and what I could have done differently, tomorrow can be a totally brand new day for me. And that's what's important. And I always have tomorrow. That's one thing that like is a big relief for me. It's like, okay, hey, we did take a big loss today, but we always have tomorrow to make it up. Not saying I'm going to make $1,000 or $800 tomorrow, guys, but if I can get back on track, making sure all my criteria are met, making sure I'm being patient and disciplined, then I will most likely, without a doubt, have a green day. Before Friday, I had 11-day green streak. You guys saw it. And then due to lack of patience and lack of discipline, red day on Friday, lack of patience today, red day on this day. So definitely happens to the best of us. I definitely hope you guys can take this and use it as educational purposes. If you guys get any questions, please comment below, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.